Welcome back to the deep dive. Really excited about today's topic. We're plunging into something that feels more relevant every day. This whole AI versus human debate. With AI getting so incredibly advanced, the real question becomes, well, how do we humans keep our unique edge? So our mission today is to unpack the distinct strengths of both AI and, us. We're drawing on some really fascinating sources you shared. What if the very things we kind of overlook in ourselves? What if they're key to surviving, even thriving alongside AI?
That's a great way to put it, because look, it's not really about AI just replacing humans. That's a bit of a red herring. Often, our goal here is for you to leave this deep dive really understanding how they work differently, and crucially, what makes human intelligence genuinely unique, what gives us that edge, maybe even a surprising one. Okay, so to really get a handle on this, I think we need to define the players first, right? When we say human intelligence, what are we actually talking about? What are the core parts?
Right. Human intelligence. It's our natural sort of multifaceted ability to learn, to reason, understand things, and then, importantly, apply that knowledge. In complex situations, often unpredictable ones, it drives how we make decisions, solve new problems, and how we connect. Our sources break it down nicely. First, you've got cognitive abilities. These are the mental skills, logic, problem solving, processing info. But it goes way beyond just that raw thinking power into areas AI really can't replicate.
So it's not just computation, it's about how we engage with the world, like on a deeper level.
Exactly. Beyond cognition, there's emotional intelligence, EQ. Super important. It's our ability to get a grip on our own emotions, manage them, and also recognize and, respond to the emotions of others. It's fundamental for relationships. Then there's creative intelligence, that unique spark, generating genuinely new ideas, thinking outside the box, driving innovation, art. Think of like a composer hitting on a melody that just works emotionally, or an inventor seeing a solution nobody else saw. That's human. We also rely massively on social intelligence, how we navigate social settings, understand group dynamics, build connections, and maybe the deepest is moral and ethical intelligence, our inner compass, right? Making choices based on right and wrong, understanding consequences, showing real empathy. These 5 aspects together, they really capture the richness of human thought.
That really paints a full picture of what makes us tick.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the flip side then. How do we define artificial intelligence?
Okay. AI, artificial intelligence. It refers to machines, systems, designed to do tasks that normally need human intelligence. They do this by chewing through massive amounts of data, finding patterns, using algorithms to learn, recognize stuff, make predictions, basically giving machines the power to solve problems, get better over time. But, and this is key, AI isn't just one thing. We often talk about narrow AI. That's AI built for specific tasks, like the Netflix engine suggesting shows or a customer service chatbot. It's specialized, brilliant in one area, but lost outside it.
Like a master of one specific trade. Got it.
Exactly. Then there's the theoretical stuff. General AI, or AGI. That'd be AI that could do any intellectual task a human can, just as flexibly. Still theory. And beyond that, superintelligent AI, smarter than humans in basically every way. Also theory, for now. But even narrow AI needs key tech. Machine learning is huge, lets AI learn from data without explicit programming for every single thing. It finds patterns we'd miss, but its understanding is totally limited by that data, biases, and all. Natural language processing, NLP, lets AI understand and generate human language. Think Siri or Alexa. Robotics is about machines doing physical tasks, often with AI brains. And computer vision lets AI see and interpret images, videos.
All right, definitions down. Now, for the really interesting part, where do they actually diverge? The sources lay out some great comparisons. Let's go head to head.
Yes, this is crucial. The main difference. AI's strength is raw data crunching, speed, doing specific things precisely. Human intelligence. It's flexible, creative, has emotional depth. Take the learning process. AI learns from huge data sets with algorithms. It's like memorizing the entire library perfectly, but only the book's already in the library. It can't easily apply knowledge to something totally new outside its training. Humans, we learn from experience, feelings, reasoning, intuition. We can read one thing and apply it somewhere completely different, a situation we've never encountered.
That's a huge difference in how knowledge gets used, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about speed and accuracy? That's where AI shines, right?
It does, in specific ways. AI can scan millions of medical records in seconds, spot patterns humans might miss just from sheer volume, much faster. But accuracy depends on what it was shown. A human doctor, though slower, brings intuition, context. They see the ambiguous symptom, the thing not quite in the data, or, critically, the ethical side. When treatment conflicts with values, that's human judgment, something AI lacks. And memory. AI stores, retrieves instantly, Perfect recall, no forgetting. Millions of data points. Our memory. Limited. Faulty sometimes. But we remember what's meaningful. We prioritize based on context, emotion. Forgetting isn't always bad. It helps us generalize.
Right. Filtering is actually a strength. And problem solving.
Yeah.
Is it just about how complex the problem is?
Not just complexity, but the type of problem. AI rocks at problem solving when it's well-defined, clear rules, optimizing logistics, predicting trends. It struggles when things are open-ended, ambiguous, need a totally new angle. That's where humans shine. We use creativity, intuition, abstract thought for those messy, unclear problems.
Okay, so this paints a picture of different strengths. What does it all mean for us then? The sources really hammer home what makes humans uniquely valuable, especially emotions, creativity.
Exactly. This gets to the core. What can AI not do? The answer is, well, it's about being human. Take emotions and empathy. AI can simulate emotions. It might detect your tone, maybe, but feel them. Understand them. Respond with genuine empathy? No, that's not how it works. Humans develop deep emotional understanding through life, through interactions. We communicate, decide comfort based on real shared feeling. And AI can't truly comfort a friend. It lacks that connection.
That human touch.
Yeah.
Completely irreplaceable. What about creativity? AI can generate art now, right?
It can generate outputs that look creative, yes, using patterns from existing data. It can write text, make images, compose music that mimics human creation. But is it original? Generating truly new ideas, concepts that have never existed. That's human. It's like AI is a brilliant remix artist, but humans write the original songs. Think invention, new philosophies, groundbreaking art. That comes from imagination, intuition, emotion. The sources mention Einstein, his big leaps weren't just pure logic, right? There was intuition, creative jumps. And then there's consciousness, self-awareness. AI has none. Zero. It runs on data, code, no understanding of its own existence, its purpose, no I in there. We are self-aware. We reflect. We understand our thoughts, feelings. We learn for personal growth. This massively impacts decision-making. AI decides based on data, logic, great for calculations, but moral choices, ethical dilemmas, it can't do that. It can process transactions, sure, but not weigh the rightness of them. We decide using a mixed logic, emotion, experience, values. Helping someone isn't just calculation, it involves empathy, ethics.
That makes total sense. AI finds the efficient path, maybe, but not always the right path.
Exactly right. And think about adaptability and generalization. AI is usually highly specialized. Take it outside its training zone, it often struggles. A self-driving car might be perfect in Phoenix, but put it in a blizzard in a city it hasn't mapped meticulously. Problems. Humans. We're incredibly adaptable. Learn to ride a bike. You can probably figure out a scooter pretty fast applying those skills. And finally, intuition. AI doesn't have it. It needs data, patterns. Humans have that gut feeling. We make quick calls based on something subconscious, sensing dishonesty maybe, without proof, making a snap decision in chaos.
One of the sources took this even further, suggesting we've maybe lost touch with some of these core human traits because of technology.
Yes, that was a really thought-provoking angle. It talks about an erosion of human depth, the idea that maybe we've become a bit shallower, more reliant on surfaces. Think about always using GPS instead of building our own sense of direction, or relying on predictive text instead of, stretching our own writing muscles. The argument is this might dull our innate abilities, spiritual connection, intuition, maybe even things like telepathy, though that's more speculative. And this standardization, this outsourcing of our cognition could weaken the very things that make us different, our defenses against an AI that beats us at pure logic. To really thrive, maybe we need to consciously cultivate these deeper human capacities again. And tied into that is this fascinating point about AI's lack of ego. The source contrasts how an AI can remain polite under attack versus how a human psychopath might react, or rather not react emotionally. It raises a slightly unsettling question. What happens inside a purely logical, repressed bionic brain, one without genuine emotions or self-preservation instincts like ours? If advanced AI lacks these human safeguards, its perfectly logical responses, devoid of fear, empathy, or a sense of self, could be, well, unpredictable, potentially dangerous in ways we can't easily grasp, making optimal choices that are disastrous from a human view.
That is a chilling thought, definitely. So, okay, we have these differences, these unique human strengths. Where does that leave us? Is the future a competition?
Yeah.
Or something else?
It really points towards collaboration. Unequivocally, AI is an amazing tool, incredibly powerful, but it needs the human factor to function properly, ethically. For one thing, human oversight. Absolutely essential. AI needs humans to program it, train it, monitor it constantly to catch errors, biases, prevent things going wrong. We set the guardrails, provide the context, the moral compass.
So we're the ultimate check, the essential human in the loop.
Exactly. And that includes data curation. AI learning is only as good as its data. Humans are crucial for cleaning that data, labeling it accurately, ensuring it's not skewed or biased, bad data in, bad decisions outright, and maybe most importantly, ethical judgment. AI just doesn't have it. Humans must set the ethical boundaries, make sure AI aligns with our values, especially in areas like healthcare, justice, critical fields. And finally, dealing with the unexpected adaptation. AI still struggles when things go off script. Humans can take lessons from one area and apply them somewhere totally new. AI is much more constrained to its training. And we see AI evolving incredibly fast now, especially with generative AI creating text, images, music that seems creative. It's changing industries.
Yeah.
But even with all that, the future really looks like teamwork. AI handles the grunt work automation, data crunching, speed. Humans bring the creativity, the empathy, the ethical oversight together. We can achieve things neither could alone. It's about amplifying us, not replacing us.
That really clicks. If AI is advancing so fast and we have these unique strengths, the way forward is synergy, isn't it? How do we best combine forces?
Precisely. It's not AI versus human. It should be human plus AI. Let AI handle the repetitive stuff, the massive data analysis. That frees us up for the higher level things. Innovation, connection, ethical guidance, dreaming big. The real key is nurturing our distinctly human skills. That makes us indispensable partners, not competitors.
So there we have it. While AI is incredible with logic, data, speed,
Yeah.
our real lasting value, it's near our emotions, intuition, creativity, even our spiritual side.
That's the takeaway. The way to win isn't trying to be a better calculator than AI. It's about leaning into what makes us human, ensuring our wisdom, our empathy stays absolutely central as this technology develops.
Which leaves us with a final thought, something for you to really chew on. What if consciously developing our own emotional, intuitive, maybe even spiritual intelligence, the very things AI can't touch, the things maybe we've let slide, what if that doesn't just complement AI, but actually changes our whole relationship with technology and each other in ways we can't even imagine yet? Maybe think about one area of your own human depth you could focus on cultivating this week. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive.